Hey everyone, it's CJ here again, continuing the series of taking a look at the different loadouts we can make with the same item quality. We kind of looked at the different grades before. We started off by looking at the elite grade, which is obviously the red tinted items, and today we're going to look at the next level down from that, which is the pink colored items known as the assassin's grade. Now obviously these aren't as rare as the elites, and there are actually more of them, but they are still rather rare, and there's still some really nice skins there. So I thought I'd start off by just going down the list, and I was looking forward to doing this one because obviously with the more weapons and the more cosmetics available, there should be some more complete loadouts. Okay, after Halloween 2016 we did have some more Assassin's Grade cosmetics added into the game. We haven't had any new weapons, but there have been some more of the pink quality cosmetics added into the game after the Halloween. So once again, this was a video that I did before, and I thought actually I'm going to wait and do another one after Halloween because I expect there's going to be some more of these, and who knows, there may be some more in the future. But that's enough for now. I'm going to start looking at the loadouts, and as always we start off with the Scout. Now the Scout's primary here, I've got the current event. Okay, this is from the Powerhouse collection. And it's actually a really nice scattergun. I really like it, and I can imagine it look pretty good with something like Energy Orb if you were to find an unusual one. But unfortunately there aren't any other Assassin's Grade quality weapons for the Scout, which is funny, seeing as though he did actually have an elite grade. He's actually got a more complete loadout with the elite grade loadout than he does with the Assassin's Grade, as also there is no Assassin's Grade bat. There are no actually melee weapons from the Assassin's Grade quality, so the only thing for the Scout is the current event scattergun. Moving on to the hats or the cosmetics, we start off with the Pestering Jester. Now that came from the Creepy Crawly collection from Halloween 2016 this year. Just gone, and the two cosmetics are the two cosmetics you're going to see quite a lot. Okay, first off we've got from the Gargoyle collection, we've got the Grim Tweeter. It's the little Green Reaper bird there that sits on your shoulder, and then down here from the Confidential collection case, which is obviously from the last year from the Invasion update, we've got Space Hamster Hammy. Okay, and now these two are all class, and because of the fact that the Space Hamster Hammy floats in the air, means that he can be pretty much worn with every other cosmetic, and the Grim Tweeter sits on your shoulder, so it doesn't really conflict with anything. Okay, as you can see from the Confidential collection case there is a taunt in the Assassin's Grade section. Okay, we can have a look at taunts here, and I can select the only Assassin's Grade taunt, which is the Burst Chester. Now you can get this in strange. I've got a strange one here, and it's the old alien bursting out the chest, which I think goes really well when you do the alien loadout with the Scout. It's an alien bursting out of an alien, like alienception going on. But this is the only Assassin's Grade taunt, so I'm just going to show you there. Obviously you can have it in strange as well. So we're going to move on to the Soldier now. Now the Soldier's got a little bit more available to him. We're starting off with the Shell Shocker, the rocket launcher, which came from the Powerhouse collection, and to be honest, it's one of my favorite rocket launchers, one of my favorite skins of a rocket launcher, mostly because it's green and it's just a really nice kind of looking rocket launcher in my opinion. And that's pretty much, as far as I'm aware, the only Assassin's Grade primary you can have for the Soldier. And then down here we've got the Red Bear shotgun, and this was added in the Warbird collection, and it's the only shotgun, the only Assassin's Grade shotgun. We didn't see an Elite Grade shotgun in the previous video, but we are seeing an Assassin Grade shotgun this time around. When we move on to the hat, there aren't actually any soldier specific cosmetics in the Assassin's Grade level, so I've gone with a well wrapped hat. Now this came from the Tough Break cosmetics collection. Okay, there's different styles you can wear it with. There's two different styles, and there we go. And that's just basically an all-class hat for the Soldier. And then again we've got the Grim Tweeter and the Space Hamster Hammy. Something I forgot to mention before is that on the action slots there isn't actually anything that can be used that is Assassin's Grade. Basically there is no actual action items that have a grade. So when it gets to these grading loadouts, there's not really much opportunity. But full cosmetics and a couple of weapons isn't too bad, considering there isn't any melees available for any of the classes. Moving on to the PYRO. Now the PYRO has a couple of different flamethrowers available to him in the Assassin's Grade. I've gone from the Warhawk flamethrower, okay, which is from the Warbird collection. and it's a pretty nice flamethrower actually. It's pretty nice. The other option available is the Balloonicorn flamethrower, which comes from the Pyroland collection. But I've just decided to go for the Warhawk this time around. Once again, we've got the Red Bear shotgun in the secondary slot, like we saw earlier on the Soldier. And again, there's no melee available to the Pyro, but he does have a complete kind of loadout for the cosmetics. I haven't used the Pestering Jester again. From the Creepy Crawly collection, there isn't any Pyro unique kind of hat. There is a Pyro unique cosmetic in the form of the Crusader's Get-Up. This came from the Gargoyle collection, Halloween 2015 crate that came out, and it's pretty nice. It's something different, and that is the only Assassin's Grade specific item for the Pyro. And then I've gone with the Grim Tweeter as well, just to kind of continue with that spooky theme. Moving on to the Demo Man. Now the Demo Man has quite a few different options available to him. In the primary slot here I've gone for the Sweet Dreams grenade launcher. There is another grenade launcher available, and that is the Warhawk grenade launcher, but I wanted to go with the same sort of thing. So I've gone for the Sweet Dreams on the grenade launcher and Sweet Dreams on the Sticky Bomb launcher as well. Both of these coming from the Pyroland collection. The Demo Man actually has a couple of different options here. We have got, as you can see here, the Pink Elephant. Now the Pink Elephant is officially one of my favorite skins from the first generation of skins that came out. It's from the Powerhouse collection. As you can see, I've got an unusual one here with the hot effect, but there was also the Sudden Flurry, which came from the Concealed Killer collection. Okay, so there's actually a couple of different things available. I stuck with Sweet Dreams simply because I wanted to have it matching on the Demo Man. But moving on to the cosmetics, we've got something called the Day Jogger, which came from the Mayflower Cosmetics collection. Okay, and that is Demo Man specific. There is an alternative, I believe, if I remember correctly. We'll just type in something there. And as you can see, you can also wear the Bruce's bonnet. It's coming from Gunmetal Cosmetics collection, and it's also Demo Man specific. So the Demo Man's actually sport for choice when it comes for a choice of cosmetic in that head slot. I've gone for the Day Jogger for now, and again we're seeing the same alternative cosmetics down here in these final two slots: the Grim Tweeter and the Space Hamster Hammy. Moving on to the Heavy. Now the Heavy, once again, is kind of underrepresented in these higher grades when it comes to actual weapons. He has no minigun available to him. We didn't see any on the Elite grade, and there isn't any on the Assassin's grade either. He can use the Red Bear shotgun. We saw this on a couple of classes before, and that's the only Assassin's grade weapon available to the Heavy. There is nothing on the melee slot, obviously, as there is nothing on any of the classes, but he does have a few cosmetics unique to him. Okay, we'll start off with the Strange Mohorn. Okay, this is a strange version of the Mohorn, and this came from the most recent Creepy Crawly collection. This is something that I uncreated, and it's basically just a Mohawk for the Heavy, and I think it goes really, really well with El Duderino. Okay, this came from the Gunmetal Cosmetics collection, and it's the glasses and that beard going on, and I think that goes really well. I think, if you were to paint this red or something, or paint them the same color, that will give a really, really nice kind of loadout. So if you're interested in making kind of a heavy loadout based around Assassin's grade items, that's something pretty good. And I've gone for the Space Hamster Hammy. I can imagine someone who looks as tough as that is going to want to have a little floating hamster beside him. Moving on to the Engineer, and often we find with the Engineer, he is kind of lacking in options, but straight away we see again the fourth class using the Red Bear shotgun. There isn't, for the classes that are able to use the shotgun, there's 4 of them, and on all 4 of them we've seen the Red Bear shotgun being used. But also we do have the Wrangler. Okay, now this is it's called the Geiger counter. Okay, and it's basically the reskin of the Wrangler. It came out in the Quarantine collection case. This is a strange one, and it's the only Assassin's grade item available in this slot. But it is quite interesting considering you can have this this slot, which you think wouldn't actually have something, but it does. It actually has an Assassin's grade item. There are no wrenches. Obviously, with the only thing available here is the Strange PDA. There isn't anything in that slot either. But when it comes to cosmetics, the Engineer actually can have 3 unique items on him, okay, from the Assassin's grade. So starting off, we've got the Sheriff Stetson. This came from Gunmetal Cosmetics collection, and it's that hat with the goggles and the mustache going on. And then down here, we've got, from the Gargoyle collection, the Dead or Alive. Okay, and it is kind of that thing at the back. We have to go to the back. You can't really see it very well, simply because of the Sheriff Stetson that's being used. If we were to remove that, and then look in, you can see it's at the back of the head there. But because it goes to the back of the head and the Sheriff Stetson goes to the front, you can actually wear both at the same time. And instead, down here, for a little bit of apparel, we got the Dad Duds. This came from the Mayflower Cosmetics collection, and it is that whole get-up that goes onto his body. So the engineer actually does have a total cosmetic loadout in the Assassin's Grade, and you know, it's a couple of weapons, which is actually one of the most available amongst all of the classes. Moving on to the Medic. Now the Medic, just like we saw on the Elite Grade, has no weapons available in the Assassin's Grade, which really surprised me. I went to the Mediguns and I was fully expecting there should be something, but there is nothing there. Okay, and again, no melee item, and you know, the primary, very heavily underrepresented. Only strange vintage and collectors available for the Medic. But moving on to the cosmetics, we're seeing the well wrapped hat once again. He doesn't have a class specific hat, but as of this update, okay, he does have the Burly Beast, which came from the Creepy Crawly collection. Okay, Medic specific item. And I think it's one of the most popular items to come out of the Creepy Crawly collection. I think a lot of people like it. And it is medic specific, so he can actually have the full loadout with something a little bit different. I've gone for the Grim Tweeter once again. Yeah, you can also have the hamster there if you were so desired. Moving on to the Sniper. Now the Sniper does have here the purple range. I've chosen this one. It comes from the Concealed Killer collection. Okay, it is possible to have something different. You can have the Balloonicorn Sniper Rifle. That came from the PYRO collection. I've just decided to go for the purple range personally. There's no Assassin's Grade items for the secondary slot. There's a lot of SMGs available, but there aren't any in the Assassin's Grade quality, and once again, nothing in the melee slot. Moving on to the hats, I've gone for a well-wrapped hat just once again because I think it went fairly good with this loadout. And he does have a specific item. He has the Star Duster, which came from the Quarantined collection case back in the Invasion update. And it is sniper specific, and I thought it goes well with the wrapped hat. Actually, I think it looks quite nice. It's got a little cape going on, and I've gone for the Space Hamster Hammy just as the next slot there. Now the Spy, we did actually see a lot of a really nice Spy specific loadout, but the Spy is really lacking when it comes to Assassin Grade items. Okay, starting off, it looks pretty promising. We've got the Psychedelic Slugger. This came from the Concealed Killer collection. I think pretty much this is my favorite revolver available for the Spy when it comes to skins. And as you can see, it is actually the only Assassin's Grade item available. You go down to here and you try to find something else, and that is the only Assassin's Grade item you can get. There are no knives, there's no Inviswatch or Sappers, there's none of these in any grades, but the knives, I thought there must be one, but we didn't see any in the Elite Grade, and we haven't seen any in the Assassin's Grade either. So basically the only Assassin's Grade item specific to the Spy is this revolver here, because when you move over to the cosmetics, gone for the well wrapped hat, on top of his head, the Grim Tweeter and the Space Hamster Hammy, but these are all class items. None of them are specific to Spy, so the Spy maybe needs to get an Assassin's Grade item or cosmetic in the future, you know, weapon or cosmetic, just to build out that loadout. But that's it really, guys. There's a lot more items, as you can see, available in the Assassin's Grade than the previous grade. In the future, I'm going to be doing the Commando grade, okay, which is the purple grade, which is the next grade down, and I'm really interested to see if we can get any full loadouts out of that, because there's a lot more weapons and cosmetics available, so there should be some nice class specific loadouts when it comes to the cosmetics when we get to the Commando grade. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed having a look at all of the available Assassin's Grade items. I hope it may be giving you some ideas for the future. I hope you're enjoying this series. This has been a really fun series to make, and I've got so many more ideas. Keep making the suggestions if you want down in the comments. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.